Hey everyone, it's Trishna. So we're going to be doing a weekly reading for the week of November 15th to the 21st. We will see what we get here. The audio on this has not been very good, so we'll see how this turns out. But this is for the collective. So as we shuffle, let's see what insights I pick up on for the week of November 15th to the 21st. I feel like it's going to be an intense week. Feeling some stress here. A lot of trying to race to get things done. I feel like there's a lot of deadlines, so it's not racing to get things done before Thanksgiving. If you celebrate Thanksgiving in November, it's a race to meet some deadlines. Could be deadlines at work. Could be deadlines for finding a new job. For those of you who are searching for a new job, wanting to switch careers. Some of you may have a deadline of trying to get everything planned for the holidays. Maybe stocked up for winter if you are in the Northern Hemisphere. I feel like there may be some discussions with family over the phone. You may have family reaching out to you, or you may feel called to reach out to family. Family that you kind of keep in touch with, but maybe don't call super regularly. So they're not people that you haven't talked to in years, but it might be people that you haven't talked to in like a few months or maybe a month. You're just going to want to chat with them. Just going to want to talk. I feel like it will end up being a good discussion for one or both of you. There may be some ideas that you end up getting from that discussion that are things that you're going to be thinking about, maybe acting on. So it's going to end up, there's a reason, I think, for this call that you and the other person may not be aware of. There's a higher level reason for that. I feel like you are going to get some me time and relaxation in this week. Probably closer to Saturday. I feel like you're going to really get into it. You're going to get into some comfy clothes, comfy socks, make some tea, maybe turn the fireplace on. Whatever season you're in, you're gonna dive into it. You're really gonna get me time in terms of head to toe experience, inside and out. You might light some incense. You might end up doing some meditation. You might read. You might do some stretching, fostering the mind, the body, and the spirit. So you guys can get into it. I feel like you're going to have 3 to 4 hours to do it. That's good. What else? We still got a few cards that need to come out. Doing a 10-card Celtic Cross. More. I am getting something else. There may be something science related coming up. I feel like I have more to say than just that. Alright, maybe we might have gotten an extra card here. I wanted to be heard. Alright. So science. You may be wanting to read up on something that's science related, learn something along those lines. You may be tying it into spirituality for some of you. Something new that you're wanting to learn or explore that you're going to take an interest in. That's going to maybe open your eyes and see the world in a different way than you did before. So I think it's going to be nice. Okay, so looking at the cards here. So at present, it seems like we are in a place of solitude, or we're headed towards a place of solitude. We may be going within. If we're not in solitude in our external environment where we're actually around a lot of people, we are going into solitude within. We're doing a lot of reflecting, a lot of thinking, a lot of connecting with ourselves, a lot of wondering. I feel like we're doing a lot of reflection at this point in time. What's crossing that is moonlight. I feel like there may be some aspects of ourselves that we're not really yet ready to address. So when we are in solitude and reflecting, we're kind of glossing over certain parts, or we're ignoring certain parts, or we're not letting ourselves acknowledge certain parts. And so in our solitude and our self-reflection, we're really not getting the deepest layers, the deepest levels, the most transformation out of it, because we are kind of skipping around on things. We're not really doing the complete due diligence that we should be doing in order for us to truly transform. I think it's okay. I think that, when we tend to do that, it's because we're not yet ready to face certain things or to see certain things. And that kind of happens in our own time. So I think it's okay that that's happening. But just be aware of that so that you can start opening yourself up to being able to receive those kinds of insights and notice them and address them, and know that it's okay if there are certain things that we don't like as much about ourselves, or certain actions that maybe we don't appreciate in ourselves, or certain criticisms that we may have about ourselves that we've been ignoring. That's okay, because it doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you. It just means that we need to change our perspective or our story around it, or how we maybe need to reframe the aspect of ourselves and reframe it in a way that's really positive and nurturing to us, and then we can grow out of it. Because sometimes it's about reframing the negatives that helps us grow and move on, versus like digging in deep and like continuously criticizing ourselves. That doesn't really get us anywhere. That just gets us stuck. So it's really about reframing. So don't be too worried about that stuff. When you're ready, just reframe it. Tell a different story around it. So, for example, let's say that you really want to spend time with somebody and you had plans to spend time with that person. But you also had a lot to do. So maybe you tried to do a lot of work throughout the day, and then that person maybe wants to spend time with you, and you're like, you know what, okay, like I had other things that I really wanted to do, but they want to spend time with me, so I'm going to spend time with them, even though I know there's a lot on my plate that I probably should be doing. So you agree to spend time with them, and all of a sudden they decide, you know what, actually I'm going to go do something on my own and have fun by myself. And then you're just like, okay, well, I like completely shifted my mentality to one where I was going to work on something, to one where I was like starting to get relaxed and want to hang out with you and spend time with you. And now all of a sudden that's gone. It feels like something got taken away from me. And so maybe me being you, or the collective, so it hurts. But then if you reframe it and think, well, did I actually want to spend time with this person, or did I really want to do a lot of other things that I had on my list? Was that really what I wanted to do? So the question is, did I really even want to spend time with them? Was something even taken away from me because I actually maybe didn't want to? So I'm actually getting something back. I'm gaining. So when you reframe things, it can make you feel better about things, and it can also heal you and also give you a whole new way of looking at the world. Instead of feeling like something's taken from you, you feel like you gained something. You feel like, oh, actually, this is exactly what I wanted. This is honoring me. Always see things as honoring you. That could be a mindset shift that maybe you need. No matter what it is, it's honoring you, good or bad. Sometimes it just takes us a moment to see how it's honoring us. So, kind of the foundation energy that we have here is Ghostlands. We may be in a moment where we're kind of frozen in time, where even though we may not be reflecting on the darker aspects of things and we're skimming over them, we're still kind of being stuck in our reflections and not really sure where to take them. Now, if we do dive deeper and start reframing, that's where we take it. But we may be in a spot right now where we're not really sure where things are going or where to take things. So that's kind of the energy that we're in this week, is doing a lot of reflection, but not really sure where that's going to lead or where that's going to go or how it's benefiting us. We may even feel like it's kind of wasting our time, but we're just like wanting to, but it's wasting our time. We feel like maybe we should be doing a lot more. So it's kind of like the energy that we're entering into all of this with. Then we have the One Ring Circus. So the thing that we need to remember is we may feel like we're doing everything on our own, or we may feel like we have to do everything on our own. It is our life. We need to take accountability for our life, and we take accountability for our thoughts and things like that. But it is important to remember that we aren't a one-ring circus. Nobody is truly that island. And that's kind of a lesson that you may need to bring into your life right now, is you're doing a lot of solo kind of work. Even if you're around other people, you're being very much in solitude, very much in self-reflection. Maybe learning on your own, or trying things out on your own, testing things on your own. But you don't have to do it on your own. And now may be the time that you actually go out and start interacting with other people. Even though this may be a time where you feel like it's a time of solitude, it may be a time for you to interact with others, because that may actually lift up your spirits in a lot of ways, and also maybe help you with some of this reflection. Maybe there's certain things that you've been thinking about and you don't really know where to take that. You don't really know where to take those thoughts, or what they mean, or what to do next. And when you interact with other people, it can give you another perspective. It can maybe open your eyes to certain things as you observe them, that allow you to figure out what to do next with your reflections, your thoughts, your realizations, etc. Then we have the Field of Dreams. There we go. So things are actually headed in a really positive place. It may feel like things are a little bit negative right now with being in solitude, feeling like you don't know where to take things, but things are actually headed in a really, really positive place. There's going to be a lot of really nice things that are going to be coming up for you, a lot of blessings and positivity, and it really just requires some patience. So have a little bit of patience, get out there, start spending time with people. Don't get so stuck in your mind and in your head. Again, you may be in solitude while hanging out with a lot of people, and that may mean that you are around a lot of people but not truly engaging with them, not truly being present, not truly trying to have a conversation with them. Start doing that, start engaging, and I think that will help you with any kind of stuck energy that you're dealing with, because you're no longer focusing on it and sitting with it and wondering about it. You're now interacting with others. You're allowing that energy to kind of flow and release itself, and good things are going to happen as a result. And actually what's just around the corner is metamorphosis. So a lot of coming together, integrating not just what's inside but what's outside, because as within so without. So there are reflections here, and sometimes we need to see what's going on without to help it dislodge what's going on within, and it create that metamorphosis. And I think that metamorphosis is going to yield to this Field of Dreams of wonderful things that are coming into your life, because you're going to have these new realizations. And it might be that the metamorphosis leads to some things that are harder to deal with or darker for a moment. Like, things go down for a moment, but it's going to be very short, very quick. And you're going to reap the benefits of the work that you've been doing, even if it doesn't feel like you're going to be reaping any benefits whatsoever. All right. We have Ride the Wave. So this, I feel, is essentially saying, hey, you got to ride the wave, not just what's going on within, but what's going on without. Be around other people, enjoy the moment, see where spirit is going to take you, where life is going to take you. Let it take you where it wants to take you, and know that at the end of it, you are going to hit this Field of Dreams, but you got to go with the flow. This is a week where you need to go with the flow. I even say maybe 2 weeks, so this week and next. Making a choice. I feel like this is a choice of whether you want to go things the hard way or the easy way. The easy way is to go with the flow. The hard way is to overthink things, overanalyze, get yourself in a rut. Either way, you'll get to where you need to go. The question is, do you want it the hard way or the easy way? Do you want it the slow way or the fast way? And that is something that I think you're going to be grappling with this week. You may also be having a choice of how to receive others. So people may share things with you, and you have the chance to either judge them or just be open to them and them having their own experience. That's another choice you're going to be making. Again, that's a hard choice or the easy choice. It's easier to just accept people as they are, even though it seems like it's not. It's harder to judge them because that has heavier energy. And it clogs up our own. It clogs up our own energy. So which way are you going to go? Just go with the flow, or fight everything on the way to where you're going anyways. Enjoy it or make it hard. We have Heal the Ouch. I feel like maybe you've been spending a lot of time trying to heal the ouch, doing this reflection work, wanting to go deeper, even if you've been ignoring it. I feel like you've been doing that work already. The way to heal the ouch now is through the external. Don't reflect so much internally, but go have some me time. Go make yourself a cup of tea. Heal yourself through the external things that make you happy versus diving so deep within, exploring through the darkness. Bone collector. This may be a week where you are drawn to or should get a reading from somebody, someone who can maybe see into the energies and see what's there and what else you need to know. Give you some other things to kind of integrate within yourself and not really reflect so much on, not this week. Receive the reading, allow it to kind of integrate. Whatever you hear, you just kind of allow it to sit where it sits. And maybe in a few days or next week, that's when you dive in a little bit deeper and listen to the words, listen to the guidance a little bit more, and really see how it applies and what you can do with it. But for the first part, just integrate it, just accept it, just hear it and accept it as a healing energy, healing the ouch through another external means, which could be through some form of divination, either yourself or through someone else. I feel like it should be through someone else. And finally, we have movement. All of this is going to lead to movement. I think what you really want right now is movement, but you need to go through a transition first. You need to go through this metamorphosis, because if you move at the level that you're at right now, you're only going to get the same kinds of frustrations and the same kinds of results that you've had up until now. If you want to have movement that's actually going to benefit you, take you to the next level, you need to go through that transformation that takes you to a new level, so then any movement is then at that higher level. So that is what I'm getting for you for the collective for November 15th to the 21st. I hope that this was helpful. It's okay to do this reflection work. It's okay to go deeper. Remember, you're not here alone. Remember to integrate some of the external ways of healing yourself. Know that good things are in store for you. You are going to go through a metamorphosis, a transformation first, and then you're going to have movement at a level that is worthy of where you are now. You don't want movement yet. You think you do, but you don't. You need some transformations to happen. You need to up-level your mind, your mentality, your spirit in certain ways so that you are getting next level stuff, not current level stuff. So good things in store for everyone. Just be patient, ride the wave, go with the flow, take the easy way, and everything will be good. All right, that concludes this reading, and I will see you in my next one.